Hello and welcome to the Long Island Weather Report. It is 10 o'clock on January 23rd, 2025. Actually, this will be the Long Island Weekend Weather Report because the Tropical Tidbits website is going to be doing some maintenance tomorrow night and we may not be able to use it, so we'll go over the weekend weather tonight. But a lot of clouds around today, a lot of high clouds. They finally pushed offshore. This was the band of high clouds. We have fairly clear skies now, though I see a decent amount of clouds kind of off to the west there. I don't know if that's, let's see if that's related to yeah, there is a little frontal system here that is associated with that. We'll have to watch, see if that produces any cloud cover for tomorrow. I don't think there's any precipitation with it. We will take a look and see if there is any. Yeah, there's a little bit of light snow associated with that feature, but that won't be getting into our area. So let's take a look at the highs and lows at Islip for the day. First of all, the high was 32, and the low this morning was 8. And it'll be interesting to see what how other areas fared with the lows, like West Hampton. Right now, the temperatures are dropping again. Not a lot of wind out there, so West Hampton's already down to 15. Got 21 at Islip and 15 at Miller Air Park, west of Toms River for your current temperatures. The dew points are a little bit higher than yesterday, 7 degrees, but still fairly low. So radiational cooling to the single digits may still be possible tonight if the winds don't pick up later. So let's go look at the lows this morning. I'm really curious to see what West Hampton got down to. Well, they did not get below zero. I'm guessing because of those clouds that did wind up rolling in, the mid and high level clouds. But they still got down to 0, which is pretty cold. Shirley got down to 3. And got 8 at Islip, and you could see 8 at Farmingdale as well. I'm not buying that low of 21 over Mineola, I don't think. Maybe that's my alley. But 3 degrees at Glenwood and 17, much warmer in the city. But you can see some colder areas. Actually, it's not Glenwood, that's Old Brookville, but still 4 degrees by Edgewood Preserve. So a lot of the Pine Barrens did get down to the single digits. Let's see how cold it got in Pine Barrens west of Toms River. Well, it looks like Miller Air Park beat West Hampton. They got below 0 there. Yep. So -2 at Miller Air Park in Toms. So that seems to be the cold spot. A lot of areas got down to near 0. I wonder why. Maybe a little bit less wind, maybe a little bit less cloud cover. They were able to get down there, which is pretty impressive. High temperatures today. We got into the right around 30 degrees, 31 at Islip, 34 at, and still below normal for the day. We went over the statistics. Still below normal. Did I mention that? I don't think I did. I'll go back. I'm kind of tired. I had an adventure with the railroad. You'll find out later what happened, but we were still 11 degrees below normal for the day. Yeah, I had an adventure with the railroad. You'll find out about that later. Let's see what the highs were in Jersey. 30 degrees there as well. So right around 30, 31 degrees. So Central Park only got to 27. But still interesting night. Actually, I want to look at West Hampton. And look at West Hampton in the morning and see what, how you could see. Yeah, it was down to 0 pretty much. Yeah, it got to 1 and then stayed right around 0 degrees, 1 degree, 0 right through the night there. Calm winds, clear skies, but for whatever reason they didn't radiate. And then the temperature started rising a little bit as we got to 5 in the morning, and then it started rising. The winds, a little bit of a wind, but not a whole lot of wind there. So, yeah, it took until after 9 to break out of the teens. Now let's see, you can see the cloudy skies, we get overcast skies. And then toward the afternoon, we just had some high clouds. But let's take a look at Miller Air Park here as well, because that -2 is really interesting here. So, yeah. So, yeah, they had gotten down to 0 by midnight, and then they stayed pretty much 0, and then they hit that -2, 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning there, 4 and 5, they were at -2. That's very, very impressive. Very impressive indeed. So, yeah, that's pretty cold. It's pretty cold, and that's a good thing to help control the southern pine beetle population. You have that kind of cold weather. So let's go look at close this down, and let's look at the models here. So we have this weak little disturbance that I will have to see if that generates any clouds for tomorrow or not. But you see high pressure does stay with us Saturday and then Sunday. Sunday we may have a few more clouds. There's another little like trough coming through there that day, but it looks fairly fair for us. So let's go to the HRRR, and we'll go here, and you can see that snow. It's not gonna have any precipitation here at all. Pretty much right through Saturday will be dry. So staying on the dry side again. So here's your dew points and wind flow. Dew points. It looks like it has them drop a little bit. Northwest winds, very not too windy. Let me be the northwest breeze tomorrow, but the dew points won't be quite as low. This isn't like this crazy Arctic air that we were in earlier. But so we won't have. That's why I don't think we'll go to 0 tonight. I don't think we will. We'll have to look at the winds and see. I think single digits could still happen in the Pine Barrens with teens for most everywhere else. And then tomorrow you can see the northwest winds, but not too gusty. It'll be a breeze. And then as we head into Saturday, it looks like we do see a little bit of a drop there in the dew points. So maybe the colder air kind of works into the picture there a little bit on Saturday. It might wind up being a little colder than Friday with a west wind. So let's go look at our temperatures. And tonight, yeah, we're probably going to get down to the teens, and looks the Pine Barrens could see single digits. And then for tomorrow, highs probably around 30 degrees again. And tomorrow night might wind up being kind of chilly if we get that radiational cooling. We'll have teens and probably single digits possible in the Pine Barrens. And then Saturday winds up possibly being just a little bit colder, perhaps upper 20s for highs. But yeah, we're not getting above freezing. That's for sure. So let's look at some soundings here. We'll do the 16Z sounding. Let's see how our atmospheric column looks. Okay, these two lines are a little bit close together. This leads me to believe we might have some stratocumulus formation. It's a little bit less in Jersey. This is 16Z. Move this off to 18Z. They probably get a little closer. Yeah, they're getting a little bit closer. Those lines are getting a little closer. So those two lines we have to watch for possible. They seem to be a little bit further apart in New Jersey, I notice. Right now, if we looked at the sounding, let's go ahead and look at that. Like 0.3. So you got right now. Yeah. A little bit of a moisture push at the upper levels there, I notice. Definitely, it looks like there's an inversion or something. Let's see. Yeah, definitely an inversion. So I have to watch for the stratocumulus that possibly could pop up underneath an inversion, this model says. The lines look far enough apart, but we'll look at some of the other models and see how that's all going to work. Let's go into Sunday now. I'll have to go to look at the GFS for this. So you can see Sunday we start to have more of a, let's see, we got a westerly, west-southwest flow. Sunday could wind up being warmer. We had a west-southwest flow. So that means warmer temperatures on Sunday. We'll probably be getting closer to 40 on Sunday. Yeah, we'll be getting finally above freezing probably Sunday. We'll get above freezing and highs in the upper 30s to around 40. So let's go look at the skies. And obviously it looks like a lot of clouds on here. So let's go look at the GFS, which looks fairly clear for tomorrow. And then you can look at the sounding on the GFS too. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, those lines are kind of close. Hold on, lows down. Yeah, they are kind of close together. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some stratocumulus pop up early afternoon tomorrow. Maybe not a full deck, but it might become partly sunny at times after, say, 1 o'clock tomorrow. It looks like Saturday might wind up seeing some more in the way of higher clouds moving in. Let's get a sounding here. Oh, yeah, those are higher clouds. Higher cirrus level clouds, perhaps some altocumulus as well. And then Sunday we'll probably wind up having more clouds for Sunday. So let's go to the RGM. And we'll go to the 18Z RGM here. So here's the 18Z RGM, and the RGM showing not a whole lot of cloud cover tomorrow. Maybe again, showing maybe a few stratocumulus clouds later on. And then as far as Saturday goes, we start off clear, and then these cirrus level clouds kind of come in later on in the afternoon. And then Sunday we'll probably be dealing with a lot of cirrus, probably, according to this. I can look at one more, which is the NAM. We have the 0Z NAM in, so we can look at that. But the NAM looks fairly clear for tomorrow. Um, and then Saturday, we tend to see that increasing. Clearer in the morning and then increasing clear clouds toward the afternoon, I think. So that's pretty much what the weekend looks like. Not too bad. Not as cold. Let's just lastly look at the winds. I'll go to the vent to sky. We'll go to the wind gusts right now. Oddly enough, I don't know why it's doing this. It's showing 25 mile an hour wind gusts on the east, which we're not seeing at all. So I don't know why it's doing this. Let's go look at Friday. Yeah, the wind's not really all that strong. As far as tomorrow night, the winds looks like they're dropping back, so there could be radiational cooling tomorrow night, perhaps. We can look at the cloud output on this, too, if you want. And you can see it's showing fairly clear skies across the area, though. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some stratocumulus pop up. This just might not be showing it. It's weird that it's doing that. That's why I'll go to the windy site. And we'll just... it seems to be a little off with the wind speed, so I'm just going to go here. We're going to go to wind gusts. I'm just trying to determine if, yes, this is doing the same thing where the winds are not, we're not seeing wind gusts like that. So we have an inversion that's obviously probably not allowing the winds to reach the surface. Is probably what's going on. But it really won't be all that breezy. It's just more of a concern of radiational cooling that we'll have to see if the winds do eventually pick up later tonight. That'll stop any radiational cooling. But I still think we'll have a pretty chilly night, but nothing like last night. So that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather report. And we'll see if I have one tomorrow. Or maybe I might not have a weather report for a couple of days. We'll see. I might want to I don't know. I might want to take a break. I don't know. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Anyway, have a good night.